That phone holder, does that like clip onto that?
Should do it, just like twist it.
How do you want to clip it?
So at the back, there's like just a twisty bit.
I have to get out my car. Oh, I locked it, didn't I? Hold on, guys. This is a professional stream. Does it like open up?
Yeah, if you twist it the other way that you just did it, it'll open. Don't know how far it opens though.
It's really lazy, I don't hold my thing. And then righty tighty, lefty loosey. Hello, Isaac. It's not gonna hold. It should do. It's the angle. I am in fact going to have to flip the camera around and zoom out. My God. No, I just have to hold it. So.
And zoom in.
But then I won't be able to see comments. So I did try to live stream in the cave. Turns out internet's not the best inside a cave, or at the bottom of a mountain, a cliff, or up the mountain, cliff, or anything like that. It's going to look proper dodgy, by the way, because the windows are going to mist up. They're going to think, oh, what are those two getting up to? So yeah, we're currently at the top of the cliff of Sawney Bean's cave. Very, very spooky. I'll be uploading a short snippet from inside the cave for channel members if you want to click join below. You can put everything in the kitchen sink.
No, I left that.
Oh, no one's typing. We travelled all this way. Hiked up a cliff, down a cliff, through a cave, through 2 caves. Well, through a cave and a half. There's no real point to it, ghost hunting, was it? Nothing ever goes simple, does it? Lol, can't wait to see inside though. Thank you, Jiminy Bob. Very, very spooky. Yeah, we did an experiment and we just turned all lights off and it's pitch black inside. Very, very, there is a wide open space, the living room if you will, and then as you go further in it's just really, really cramped. How unsafe was, there's videos of people going down to this cave and they make it look so easy. They are liars. The walk down it was so dangerous. We nearly died for you. And then when you get to the bottom, we're like, safe. No. Dodgy ass rocks you got to climb over. And then you got to climb over a boulder. It's not easy. We were exhausted. And because we planned to spend the night in the cave, we left all our sleeping gear up here. We weren't going up and down. But there was like glass and stuff all inside. It was dripping. We wouldn't have been able to camp inside, so we're camping here. Do you believe in the legend of the cannibals?
I believe it could have been true, but I think maybe some of it's been exaggerated.
Yeah, the main theory to discard it is that there's no birth records of Sawney Bean, but that doesn't make sense because Sawney wasn't his real name. And there's no records of people going missing in Scotland around the time that the murders apparently took place. There's no records of, I mean, they weren't even tried, you know, they were just killed, allegedly. So But I was saying to Lindsay earlier, I think it's such a detailed story, and it has a specific location, which doesn't mean it necessarily had to happen, because obviously you've got Robin Hood. But I don't know, to just randomly come up with a story at an exact cave, just very odd. But I think it is plausible. I don't really know if I believe it. Perhaps it's a lot more plausible than other stories I've covered. I like ghosts. But in this episode, you're going to see me be the pansy. Ghosts don't bother me, but apparently the dark does.
It was very dark.
It's more, if it was like a building, wouldn't have bothered me, but it's the fact that it's a cave, you don't know what's in there, it's pitch black, it's dangerous. There's like a camper van next to it. I can't even see anyone in it, but their boot's just open.
Might be asleep.
What time is it?
9:15.
Ah. I'm really wanting to go bed at 7.
You'll come cliff at 7.
Did it take us that long? Were we climbing it for like 2 hours?
Climbing up and down.
The cave looks like a vagina. We may have to blur it. The cliff's vagina. Horny bean.
The amount of children he had.
Yeah, and they're all related, the little perv. What was his real name? Was it Sam?
No. Oh, Alexander.
Alexander Bean.
Yeah, Sawney Alexander Bean.
Where did Sawney come from? Oh, I know. I think I read that Sawney is
A derogatory term, I think.
for Scottish people from England. That's why people think that we made it up, as like all Scots are cannibals. Hi, Josh. Just camping out at the top of the Sawney Bean Cave. If you're local, don't come and kill us. I don't think I have many Scottish subscribers. Most of mine are overseas. These trips won't be frequent. They cost a lot of money.
Whatever again. Whatever again.
Well, we wanted to do the mountain again. Well, I did. You didn't actually agree to doing that yet, did you?
Technically didn't agree to this.
That's true. Is there any stories of things happening at Sawney Bean other than the cannibals? Sawney Bean's a person, Jimmy. It's not... Where did you go today? I went to Sawney Bean. No, Sawney Bean's the fella who ate all them people. I don't think there's any stories here. Do you want to just have a quick Google search? Because we could do a double whammy. Unsolved mysteries near Ayrshire, or whatever we are.
Ballantree.
Ballantree. There's a couple of places I want to visit this year. One, I wanted to do Ben McDouey again, but I don't know if we're going to have the funds to do that. Pendle Hill is on my list.
Apparently his ghost is said to haunt the family's cave. That's what it says.
Doesn't though, does it?
Well, I did not see them.
We didn't bother like doing any ghost hunting while we were down there. Maybe we should have.
There was too much noise and stuff though from the drips and the smoke from the steam from the ref.
Should we go back down tomorrow?
You can go.
Yeah, we didn't bother with any ghost hunting stuff, just because that's the first I've heard of his ghost.
Yeah.
What a load of crap. What a load of bollocks. So allegedly Sawney Bean put a curse on the cave that still lingers to this day. So weird things happen to the nearby area and drivers have to brake suddenly because they see ghostly figures.
To be fair, this is a really long road and the lorries parked here, so they're probably just tired.
Nah, ghosts. That's the only explanation. How would he put... Oh, his wife was allegedly a witch. Well, wouldn't she have done the curse?
She could have taught him how to do it.
So, just so I understand this story...
You basically just have to say, I curse this place in the name of whatever.
Oh, wait, hold on. This message is held for review. Oh, I'm intrigued. What's it say? Bullshit. I'll show that. Is it the scariest location you've been? Yes, because it's actually dangerous and scary. Going to a haunted location and saying, demon, eat my butthole, they're not going to do anything. Definitely the scariest. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the story is, let me just wrap my mind around this. The townsfolk and the police find the cave. They burst in. They find human remains everywhere. And they're like, aha, we've got you now. And then Sawney Bean and his 52,000 children, covered in human remains, Sawney Bean decides to go, I will put a curse on thee.
No, because he cursed the cave, he said that.
Yeah, but when? When they were captured?
Probably when, yeah, I think it's supposed to be that way because his dying words.
So he took the time, like, whilst inside the cave. This is so stupid.
I didn't make it up, I'm just reading that.
What was the mystery in Pendle that was... Oh, no, it's not nearby. We just passed it. So Pendle Hill is like the UK's equivalent of the Salem witch trials. It's famous witch trials in the UK. There were 12 women were accused of being witches, but they what's fact was
that they were accused and they put on trial and died.
Well, I was waiting for a reaction because I said they were witches. But what was fact, they murdered. I think they murdered 12 people. Did they not?
I think they did.
I swear I read that they killed people and that's why they were tried. They murdered people in the woods.
No, it just says they were accused of witchcraft. And they were found guilty of witchcraft.
Ah. Well, I thought they murdered people. But anyway, yeah, it's a public hill. You can do a walk up the hill. There are other woods where I thought that they murdered people in the woods, but we were going to camp there. I hate camping. How do you camp safely? This is what I don't get. I'd be on edge all night.
You pitch a tent.
Yeah, but you're out in the open. What's stopping from someone coming over and... I've watched too many Jason films.
Because people are... If you're walking through a field and you see a tent in a field, are you going to approach that or go, fuck that, there might be a murderer in there, and walk around?
My anxiety is so bad. I'd be camping. Everyone's like, oh, this is lovely. I'd be like, what if someone comes and attacks us?
Also, I have a big dog. If we were to camp like somewhere like that, we could bring the big dog.
And then every time the dog barks, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's a ghost.
She likes camping.
I thought you were going to say she likes ghosts. I swear to God. Is that the 20-foot tall German Shepherd you got?
Yeah, the other one is shit.
Thank you, Jim the Movie Geek. Do you review monies on your channel? So I'll subscribe right now, Cappy. If you're that scared, maybe you should bring a knife. I did bring a knife. Today I brought a knife. I didn't take it down.
Sticking out of his backpack.
I've never had to defend myself against a cannibal, all right? But what am I gonna? If someone attacks me, I'm probably such an anxious fuck.
Can you imagine having that hanging out your bag, walking down there? That would have been in your hand, like buried in your hand.
So, the thing is, if I had a knife and someone attacked us, I'm such an awkward mess. I probably wouldn't even have the guts to stab them. They'd be attacking someone. I'll just probably run away.
Thanks.
All right, let me just open a window just so people don't think we're getting it on in there. Hi, Toyland. Yeah, I do cheers, but everyone should share. See, yeah. Forget his movie channel. This is Seeking Answers. Unsolved Mysteries. Tomorrow you're getting. It's one of Jimmy's videos. It's a very interesting story. It's paranormal bollocks. You might like that.
What?
Tomorrow, Jimmy's episode is about a supernatural fella who apparently could fly.
Yeah, that's not real.
Oh, that's not real. That's just silly. I forgot his name. Jimmy, remind me of the guy's name. Douglas Hume? Are there people who have slept inside or just visited? Well, every video we've seen, they've just camped up on here, on what we're doing.
It didn't look safe enough, really, to camp in.
It's not safe to camp inside. So we're not just being pussies. I am. Have you ever read Ulysses? Ulysses?
Ulysses. I think.
I was reading that before this interrupted. Well, you didn't have to click it. Fuck off. It's a joke. If you're new to Seeking Answers, this is my humour. I am just joking. You're going to go in the cave, or I missed it. I did go in the cave. Very, very scary. I tried to stream it. I didn't really think it through. Internet connection in a cave. It's not going to happen, is it? But I filmed a lot of it.
Can't get my nuts out.
Lindsay can't get her nuts out. You got them out?
Some nuts.
I want some nuts in my mouth.
They're chilly ones.
I love these. I got some nuts in my gob. Thank you. So I've now climbed a mountain and gone in a cave. Next, parachuting. I'm joking. Never parachuting. I don't get it.
Got bungee jumping.
No! Heights don't even bother me that much, but fuck that. I can't even do a roller coaster.
Abseiling? I'm saying all this, so I'd never do it.
So abseiling is just climbing down a building with a rope. I'd be interested to give that a go. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Okay, I see you, triple OG, and I gotcha, pull up. I got some extra salty nuts for sale. Okay. Rob just said trans rights. Yes, trans rights. Okay. Scotland has lots of good mysteries and stories. It's a shame all anyone discusses is Nessie. Well, Jimmy, you believe in Nessie. Do you believe in Nessie?
I think if it was there, it'd been found by now.
It's underwater. 70% undiscovered.
But it's either, how long it's been then, it's either dead or it would have reproduced and there'd be loads of them.
So before Jimmy and I went, I was on board with Nessie being real. Because if you look at Bigfoot, I thought, well, Bigfoot is on land. And if Bigfoot was real, we would have found a dead one. But Nessie's underwater. 70% of the ocean, I know it's not an ocean, but 70% of the ocean is undiscovered. There is, the lock does actually lead to the ocean. There's a small passage bit. But, so I thought it's plausible that Nessie is a dinosaur that survived extinction. Because turtles were around with dinosaurs. Some other fish were, birds were. So that seemed plausible to me. Then I found out the lock is only 10,000 years old. So even though there is a part that the loch does reach the ocean, it means a dinosaur would have had to survive and then secretly mated over millions of years without being seen, because there'd have to be more than one. Or they have the longest lifespan ever.
Alien.
Daniel Douglas Hume is the guy who can float. You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness okay. Can't hear you. You can hear me. Can everyone else hear me? Is Tree 5 being an idiot? I'm joking! I need to clarify, because this isn't my channel where I insult people, don't I? I might show you the view in a minute, actually, guys.
What time actually is sunset? It's about 9:30. It's not even started going down.
Yeah, tell you what, before the sun goes down, I'll show you the view. Hold on. So let me flip this around.
I'm not moving.
Sorry?
I'm not moving. I'm being lazy.
So there's that. I'm just going to show the bit we walked down. So I'm just going to show you where we actually climbed down